So, what is going on? Welcome to Figuring Out Life. I'm Meech. If you haven't been here before, and if you have, welcome back to another one. It is my boy's wedding day. Shout out to my boy Dre. Got to take this trip from Cleveland down to Youngstown today. And right now, I am on the way to the barbershop to meet up with my barber Hachi so I can get this lineup going. Just got my hair braided the other day. Now I gotta get this lineup. You can't have the braids halfway done looking like somebody's baby daddy that don't pay their child support. You feel me? So we gotta get our grown and sexy on, which means we gotta get the braids put together. It's going. Oh shoot. Nah, that's big bro though, and you know he don't like when I say this, but he almost pushing 50. He 37, so he almost pushing 50. So it's time to throw in the ring and just call it a day. You know, get married, find the love of your life, and have a happy family and all that good stuff. And I know I'm 34, but I'm a young 34. So when the time is right, the time will be right. But I ain't rushing the process. You know, we got a lot of goals to accomplish in that meantime. How y'all doing? I hope y'all doing well. We've been talking about a lot of stuff over the Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. You know, November is for that. So we got to do that. Yo, low key, that was a little poetic. In case you didn't hear that, run that back. I ain't even gonna say it back. Just run that back, rewind that part. That's a bar right there. Trust me, if I ain't like hooping, I'd have been a R&B singer / rapper. Like Drake. Hey, we're gonna be talking about love. I think that's today's theme. I mean, it only fits with the theme of, you know, it's the theme of today because we're going to a wedding, bringing two people together. So we might as well just talk about love this whole time, right? But I hope that everybody in the world finds love. I don't necessarily know if I believe in love for sure, but I don't know if I trust people. People don't always stay and stick around for the bad stuff. And a lot of people got problems of their way or the highway mentality. And that's just not for me. So you know, I have my little times where I got to talk to somebody, but as fast as they start up, as fast as they end. So I just believe that when it's time, it'll find me. I'm not opposed to it, but I'm also not out here just looking for it. I'm gonna just let it happen organically by itself. It is nice when you get a call back from your ex or somebody that you used to talk to, because then it lets you know, like, yeah, I really am a good person. You know, I'm not all them bad things that you thought about me. You went and talked to somebody else, and the grass ain't greener. Is really over here. But it's been hard. I'll dive in a little bit, but it's been hard over the past, like, I say decade, especially like with me quitting my job, the corporate world, and then jumping into trying to go the route of entrepreneurship. Like, yeah, I had the education that I'm doing, but I'm using the education as a stepping stone to get to, you know, build my gym, build my facility, train athletes, train, you know, basketball players in the player development. So the education, me subbing, is just like, that's on a paycheck to paycheck basis, basically. And that's what I'm saying. Like, there's two ways you can go about being an entrepreneur. You could, if you got steady, like, I have support, don't get me wrong. Like, my mom, my aunt, my grandparents, you know, my pops have, like, supported me, like, you know, mentally, physically, financially, friends, everybody, especially my mom, like, financially. My mom, like, supported my dreams full-hearted. But at the same time, I also work. You know, I work as a substitute teacher to get my dreams going, but it only provides so much, right? Because it's a stepping stone. I'm not really hitting the education like as a full-time job. And a lot of people in the dating world, like, a lot of girls these days, they ain't doing that. They want you to have the full package laid out, and and all that stuff. So dating with that is already hard. And then people don't get, and this is part of me with like my ADHD too, your brain is so racked when you're trying to run a business that any free time that you have, so when I get off work, like work is mindless. I'm blessed and fortunate enough to be able to work on my business while I'm at work. But when you come up with business ideas while you're sitting there relaxing and stuff, you're straight to the computer, you're straight to the notebook writing them down, and you're constantly like by accident just trying to rack your brain thinking. Now, you know, God willing, when I'm successful, all this will slow down and I'll start like, you know, chilling a little bit, because I'll have hopefully I'll be blessed enough to have a team with me and different people can, you know, handle different responsibilities. But for right now, it's so hard. My brain is like going 24/7. So you forget stuff, or you got to do stuff, you got to grind. And a lot of people just don't. A lot of people aren't with it. And so instead of making somebody suffer in that, plus me wanting to move out of state and relocate, like some stuff just doesn't make sense for me to do. Like dating people in Ohio isn't the smartest thing all the time, because people don't want to leave and they don't want to leave their families, which I get. And so never want to force anybody to do something that they don't want to do. But at the same time, I follow my dreams, and a location doesn't define me. I can always pick up my phone, call whoever, I could FaceTime whoever, I could send pictures. I could jump on a flight and go visit. So that's just how I look at life. But not everybody has that same view. So it makes dating a little bit complicated. So you take those two things into consideration, and then it makes for a terrible thing. Me personally, I don't think like anything with me personally is like the issue. Like I pretty much get along with everybody. I'm pretty flexible. I communicate. All right, I'm getting better at communicating every time I step into something. Communication has definitely gotten better over the years. It was a little wacky when I was a teenager, but as a grown man, like it's definitely better. I try to understand people. The biggest thing about like being in a relationship is understanding each other and not trying to be in a right or wrong battle. Like when you start doing stuff like that, you end up in a bad place, and that's something that you don't want to do. You want to make sure that you coming from a place of like respect, first of all, and understanding each other's feelings. Because if you start off on that foot where you're trying to be in a right or wrong battle all the time, it's never gonna work out, and it's just gonna go down a bad path. But man, I gave y'all a little bit of insight on me. Y'all better type in these comments a little bit about y'all, you know? Like, what was your last dating experience like? What was your best, or what was your worst? And, you know, what's your keys, what's your non-negotiables in dating, or what's some rules that you follow with dating, like can't go to bed mad at each other, or, you know, we got to sit down, you got to check in with each other at least once a week to figure out if y'all okay or not, or just see how y'all doing, communication and stuff. What's your non-negotiables like, or what do you like to do in a relationship that makes you feel good about it? Let me know. Well, we are almost at the barbershop. I'm about to pull up on my boy. So let's go get this hair lined up and get all sexy. You feel me? Let's get this.
We ain't gotta get it back right away. Have it figured out right away. We just trying to see the light of day. Stop signs in the right of way. You can leave if you got to. If you reach, I'ma catch you. Who am I to deny you? Knowing I broke it off, oh Lord, yeah. We're still in love, yeah. Girl, what you saying? I've been waiting, what's the word, yeah? We're so involved, yeah. Feelings involved, yeah. Girl, what you saying?
Now that we're all packed up, time to go get the rental car. But I don't think there's a spot for me to drop off my car or leave my car. So I'm taking an Uber down there. I haven't taken an Uber, or a Lyft, should I say. I haven't taken one of those in so long. So let's get in here and see what it's talking about. All right, pump fake, because I'm still waiting. But I just found out my Lyft driver is deaf. And I had a deaf kid that I coached in high school. Well, that I coached at the high school I was coaching at. But like, man, I want to learn sign language so bad because I feel like I'm encountering more people that are hard of hearing, and I think it's just something important that's important skill.
Guess it's the harder way. How am I supposed to ride away? Loving seems like a mile away. Baby, would you just come my way? Don't just slide away. You and me supposed to ride away. Couldn't care if it's the night or day. It ain't gotta be my way. Don't just slide away. I done tried it.
Wedding was a complete success. Not that it was gonna fail or nothing, but wedding was dope. It was a lot of fun. Got to see everybody, got to kick it. I didn't get to record too much. I recorded bits and pieces, as you see, but it was just a good time. I think that's one of the biggest things that we got to remember is slowing down and just being around the people that we're grateful for. You know, there's a close knit group of us that are still tight into adulthood from college and playing basketball together and going through things together, and you just don't realize how much you value that stuff until like you get older. Like now we're all in our 30s and we're at different points in our life, and it's just crazy to see, talk, hear all the stories, and then just realize like that was 15 years ago. So you really got to appreciate the time that you get to spend with your friends and stuff and take advantage of it. Like I said, hustle culture is teaching us that we need to go and grind, which we do, but also make time for people. Like that, making time for people is one of the biggest things that I think we forget about. And it's not on purpose. There's only 24 hours in a day. We're trying to do so much and accomplish so much. And especially the way that the world is set up now, we got to work even harder just to survive, just for basic necessities. We're not even talking about anything extravagant. But when you get in situations like this, or not even a situation, but when you have things like this, like weddings, or you can set up get-togethers with your friends like once a month, you need to take advantage of it, because at the end of the day, your job doesn't go with you when you die. Like your job doesn't come to your funeral. Your family does. Your friends do. Like these are the things that matter. So just being at that wedding really hit home and reminded me of that. And it was a dope moment. Like, you know, we got to talk, we got to be sentimental with one another. And I think that's, especially in Men's Mental Health Month, like being sentimental with each other is an important thing to let us know that it's okay. Like having feelings, you know, towards your brothers, like you love your brothers, you rock with them heavy. Like that doesn't make you any less of a man. And I think that's one of the things that we got to start taking into consideration and remembering. Like it's okay to tell people you love them. You know, like I was telling my big bro, man, you've been a role model to me this whole time. And he's like I'm thinking that he knows based on like how I act, but people need to hear that sometimes. And when he told me that last night, like, man, that's nice to hear. That really made a difference. Like, damn, I don't really tell people, you know, some things enough. And it's okay. Like if people get mad about you expressing your feelings and expressing yourself, then there's nothing you could do about that. But on the flip side, when you tell people stuff, that lets them know that they matter. And I think that's something important. So I'm glad y'all got to kick it with me for the wedding. It was a good time. I'm blessed to have the people that I do in my life. But now I'm about to just spend today recovering. Honestly, I'll make another daily vlog. So that's it for this one. But check out the other one. It might not drop till tomorrow though. But I'll see y'all. I hope y'all have a good one. All love.